Whew. Um, I'm going to try to make this as brief as possible because I'm white and I want to pass my privilege and I want to amplify black voices in this moment, but I've been largely silent in this time. I've been posting and donating and showing up where I can, but physically my face has been away from social media. Look what had to happen. Look at what had to happen for these four thugs to be charged, to be arrested. Look what had to happen. It's absolutely disgraceful. If that was a white person whose neck was pressed into by a police officer's knee and they died, none of this would have happened. And those arrests would have been made overnight. An even deeper problem is it probably never would have ever happened. I'm so upset with the world right now, with America especially, and what I've been noticing and seeing is that how hard the world and especially the black community have to fight every time something like this happens to get justice. If justice was swift and true and righteous, none of these riots and protests would ever have to happen, ever. There would be no need for it. So you see, a world where justice is swift is a world full of peace. And that's all anybody wants is peace. We all want to live in a peaceful world where we're all treated equally and we all have an equal opportunity. The system is not broken. The system was built this way, and we need to undo it. Another thing I've been noticing, and a lot of people I know, unfortunately, there is a line in the sand. You cannot be on the fence. It does not work. And if you are, you have lost my support. You have lost my allyship. You have lost my friendship. You are either with us and you are with the black community, or you are against. There is no way you can straddle the post on this one, guys. You can't fill your Instagram feed full of people of color who are breaking into stores and taking things and putting them down and selectively going through footage of only colored people doing bad things and then saying, but I support Black Lives Matter. And then you can't also say, our president is doing such an amazing job at handling this situation. Black Lives Matter. You cannot do both. You have to pick a side. And that's up to you. I can't force you to do it. But there's no straddling the fence on this one, guys. And if I see that, I'm unfollowing, I'm distancing. I cannot abide by that. And I'll call you out for it. You cannot do things that are triggering and blatantly racist or indirectly insensitive, and then also use the hashtag Black Lives Matter and appear as if you care about the black community. You cannot comment on their process if you are not within their skin. The centuries of oppression that have come up to this moment. If the black people's ancestors could see the lack of change up until now, their eyes would be full of tears. They would say, how has progress not been made by now? How? Because it's shocking. Guys, we need to make a change. And again, it's not enough to say that you're not racist. You have to be anti-racist. You have to actively participate in dismantling racism, in calling it out, in stopping it. What can you do right now? You can donate, you can show up to protest, you can invest in Black communities, invest in Black businesses. But the thing that I want to drive home is that none of these things that are happening right now that y'all are so upset about need to happen. If Black people were treated fairly, and if when a Black person is murdered by a police officer, that justice is swift. Please, 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 everyone, look in your hearts and let's make a change. This has got to stop. There's no straddling the fence. You're either with this movement or you're against it. I love you all. Stay safe. Black Lives Matter.